This is a section of River Mpanga snaking through Fort Portal City, one of the areas it serves water. Pollution of this river has remained a challenge and is acknowledged by the authorities.
At the moment, yes, it is one of the major problems, because River Mpanga is the only source of water for Fort Portal City and even the neighboring districts like Chenjojo, Kamwenge, Bunyangabu, Kabarole. So when the River Mpanga is polluted, it means that even those other districts are also affected.
The Fort Portal City Speaker, Albert Ahewa, blames the pollution majorly on encroachment on the river buffer.
We have had a big challenge with encroachment on the river, and this encroachment has led to pollution or polluting of the river.
Some plastic bottles, polythene bags, among other materials, are lodged in different parts of the river as others float. This state of affairs has compromised the water quality of the river, serving several districts, as the National Water and Sewerage Corporation Area Manager, Fort Portal, Peter Ariho, elaborates.
This stands on the side of the raw water that we receive into the plant. It directly affects a quality parameter called the suspended solids in the water, turbidity and the color.
Officials here say during the dry season, the quality is manageable. However, during the wet season, it deteriorates greatly.
Pollution has greatly affected this water treatment plant in particular, because by the time it was built, 1994, the highest color would stop at 200, lower 200. But right now, upper 200 is the minimum we can get at the moment during dry season when it is not raining. And it goes up to 40,000 color units.
This pollution also brings more problems sometimes.
Our machines, they choke. The intake itself has screens, which has to allow water to pass through. When the silt is too much, it accumulates and blocks the screen, whereby we will not have water coming in. Therefore, we have to go in the river to remove the silt to allow production to continue.
This also increases the cost of treatment at the plant, which is currently producing 5,500 cubic meters per day.
The increment is normally felt on the cost incurred on the chemicals that we use. You find that it's getting to, there's a variation of about 18 million, from 18 million to about 60 million shillings per month.
River Mpanga is one of the areas that have not been spared from the irresponsible disposal of waste. Now, here in Fort Portal Tourism City, authorities are partnering with different people to ensure that the buffer zones are protected by planting indigenous trees to trap some of this waste before it gets into the river.
So, in a number of activities we do, one of them is promoting the conservation of a buffer, of a river buffer, where we assure each and every river in this place, or every river that pours to this stream, has got a designated buffer occupied by vegetation.
Having vegetation growing is a nature-based solution to ensure purification of the runoff before getting into the river.
From our assessment, this being an urban place, it's full of pollutants that are not degradable, and that is our major point of focus. We assure the non-degradables do not end in the rivers.
The city authorities, together with other partners, believe that only concerted effort from all stakeholders can save this river.
And most of these encroachments have been by mainly human activities, construction and all that. But as a city, we have said no to degrading of this river. We have moved to evict most of these encroachers. We have demolished buildings.
Provide alternatives for people's livelihoods who are residing along the river banks and even those wetlands, so that we can save the river.
It's not supposed to be an issue of national water, because we pick the water and then we treat it and sell it at a cost to the public, or government. I can say maybe National Environment Management Authority or the the municipal or city authorities. It's supposed to be a concern of all citizens of the country.
While there are clear demarcations of the buffer zone here at River Mpanga in Fort Portal City, some people continue operating with impunity by encroaching on this wetland. Now, such activities are some of those that affect the water quality in such areas. I'm Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.